Hey guys, hello. So listen, it's story time, and guys, I'm not all done up because I'm out in the field today. And when I say I'm out in the field, that means I'm like out at properties, out running around, out running errands. And so guys, I want to talk to you about how one property, like literally one property can change your life, because I think so many people are out there like wealth building, and so many people are out there trying to invest, and because they see so many people doing it big, right? You guys see people that have 10, 15, 30 properties, or doing complexes and commercial, and you guys think you're so far behind. You guys think that, you're not doing anything, like you need to do so much more. Guys, I'm about to walk you through a property. Now mind you, if you follow me, hey y'all, say hello to me. Let me know where you're at, right? Because y'all know I'm never on live, but I said I'm gonna do a better job of showing you some of the behind the scenes, because guess what? I do this for real, okay? So this is where I'm gonna tell you guys a very transparent story about how, and I'm gonna show you the actual property, about how, my mom had left me like, one house. Well, I saved it. So we're going to talk about it and how the numbers on this house, guys. Okay. Because let me just say, before I even do anything else, that I now have 90,000 in equity, and I've made about 39,000 on this property. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, North Carolina. In in a very short time. The 39,000, guys, is all profit. That's after mortgage, after renovations, after everything else. Hey y'all, so I want you to understand that whoever is on here, if you can just get one property, one, guys, Los Angeles, and be able to leave that to your children, and also teach them, guys, the value of property, investing, all of those things, so they don't squander it. That's a whole nother conversation. You can do so much. You can change their lives, guys. And so let me just show you, let me turn this around. How do I turn it? Where's the little thing to turn around? All right, here we go. All right, guys. So I am at, so mind you, if you follow me, then I posted about a property yesterday, right? I talked about turning one property into 4. So I'm about to tell you guys, this is a whole separate property I'm talking about right now. So I did that video yesterday on one property. Now you guys see this beautiful area. So I'm going to give you the story. I'm going to walk you through the property. So you guys all know, if you follow me, that, I was in foster care and group homes, and I had like a kind of, not great relationship with my mom, right? And then once I got saved, and once I kind of, grew as an adult, I had an adult relationship with my mom, and it was beautiful. And then very unexpectedly, now I want you guys to ask yourself a question. I'm going to ask you a question. Matter of fact, I want you guys to answer this. Could you, right now, guys, could you right now take on an extra mortgage payment without knowing about it at all? Like if a friend, family member, spouse, whatever, passed away right now, and they had a house with a mortgage on it, are you in position? Did you hear me, guys? Are you in position to pay all of your bills, all of your expenses, and also take on that new mortgage also? Guys, this is one reason why I talk about leverage and strategy so much, because if you're already in position, you don't got to get in position. Come on, somebody. If you're already ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's how this story happened, because my mother, she had some struggles in her life, and she did some things, and wasn't wealthy or anything else like that. Amen for everybody that said yes. And what happened is she had a house, right? So she did have a house. She bought this house, and that's all she was able to do, right? She didn't have a bunch of stocks and bonds and cars and all those other kinds of things. And she actually, guys, we're about to walk up to the condo now. This is a condo that I also own, separate from the scenario yesterday, guys. And she actually even also thought she had life insurance. This is a nugget for somebody, because some people, you guys, think you have life insurance, especially like our parents and grandparents and all those things. And they don't realize that if their life insurance policy is through their job, and they don't work there anymore, then they don't have life insurance. So my mom thought she had life insurance, and come to find out, when she was no longer able to work, she had never gotten her own policy. And at that point, it was like a little bit too much. And she just never actually did it. So she has a house. Me and her are working on our relationship. Guys, you never know, when somebody's last days. So my mom was 59 years old. She went to sleep one day and just didn't wake back up. 59, guys. 59. Okay. Right as I was building a relationship with her. And so it was super hurtful to me, because I was like, God, why would you take my mom when I'm just now having her in my life? Right. And for people in Elite 10 group coaching, you talk, how I always talk to you guys about believing bigger, faster. The reason why I say that is because, guys, everybody in Make Real Estate Real, right? You guys know that in Mexico, who was there with Jamal? His parents, right? And guys, this is the area, because I want you guys to see this area. super high in demand area, good school district. I get people that call me and text me to buy and or rent this property all the time. Okay, so I want you guys to see the area. So my mom passed away literally in 2017. Guys, I officially incorporated in like July of 2017. My mom passed away in February. My mom did not get a chance to see any of this. I'm going to insert a nugget right here for you guys. Stop with like having goals, having podcasts, doing all these different things you're not executing. I need you to get very serious about your goals, and I need you to do it with a sense of urgency. Come on, somebody. Somebody say, I'm going to do it with a sense of urgency, because you never know. You want the people that you're grinding for to be able to experience the blessing and the abundance. I had on one part of my goals where I wanted to buy my mom a house, and I wanted to, retire her and do all these things, and she passed away right as I was launching my business. So she passed away. She had this property, guys. We're about to walk into it. So it's in the middle of being renovated again. And so I'll walk you through the numbers. Again, the numbers on this house right now are that I have $90,000 in equity that's untouched, untapped, that I have not used yet. And I have also already made about $40,000 on the property. Okay. And I'll run through all the numbers. So this is the property. We're in the middle of getting renovated. So what happened? She passed away. She did not have life insurance, but she did have this property. So what did I start doing? Immediately, I just started paying the mortgage, guys. I just started paying the mortgage because I know the value of real estate. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I started paying all her bills, doing as much as I could. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know how you're supposed to get like a lawyer and probate everything and all of those things? So this is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom condo. Okay. And you see we're in the middle of doing some extra renovations because the last tenant that moved out did a horrible, she really did a number on the property. But I'm not mad because what I've had to spend doing renovations and all those things is way less than what this property is worth and what it has already been a blessing to my life. So my mom passed away. I didn't do everything the normal way. I'm not even going to lie. It's emotional when it's you, right? So all I did was start paying her mortgage and everything was fine. And then the mortgage company switched. Oh man, y'all know what happened when the mortgage company switched, right? And we're about to go into the basement. So even though this is a condo, guys, this is a townhouse type condo, which means it has like, it's not like an apartment type condo. So it has a full basement. The basement's unrenovated. And so, it's unfinished, but I think about possibly finishing it later on. So I started paying the mortgage. The insurance company, the mortgage companies changed, and then they found out my mom passed away, right? So then they wanted to do all this legal stuff. There was all these documents and all those things. Guys, I had already been renting the property out. So I want to give you guys the numbers. When my mom passed away, I had to pay all her bills, start paying the mortgage. It was very, very cumbersome, but I knew the value. Come on, somebody. I knew the value of real estate. Okay. The mortgage, 610. Guys, write the numbers. The mortgage is 610. I have been renting this property for $1,400 a month since 2017. Come on. So what did I say? She didn't have a bunch of stocks, bonds, Roth IRAs, insurance, anything else like that. But the only thing she did in her life was buy this property. Okay. So now you do the numbers. The property is worth about $150. There's $60,000 left on the mortgage. There's $90,000 in equity in this property that I have not touched at all. So why is that important? Guys, that $90,000, I can do a cash out refinance. I can take that money and do what with it? That's probably at least down payment for 2 more properties. My mom did nothing but buy one house. I need you guys to get this, okay? Because don't think that just because you don't have a million houses and a million cars and everything else, you're not doing something for your children. Can you get one property? Guys, real estate is and has always been, this is a walk-in closet, is and will always be one of the number 1 ways to build wealth. Let me say it again. Guys, this is like the master bedroom. Right, there's 2 closets here. Real estate has always been and will always be one of the number 1 ways to build wealth, period. It's biblical. How many people in the Bible owned land, right? And it's also one of the number 1 ways. Okay, my connection, the devil, we ain't gonna do that today. It's one of the number 1 ways to transfer wealth, right? So when you guys have properties, you can do what? Leave it to your children. It's one of the number 1 ways, guys. So she did nothing but buy a property. And then I got the property. I had 2 tenants in here, right? The last one I had to evict. It's okay, guys. We're going to be real. Can we talk real on here today? When you are a landlord, you're going to have some ups and downs. But the fact that the 39,000 guys is probably a little bit higher than that. I took out months where I didn't have it rented out, where I had to do renovations and all those things. And that was all profit. That's after I paid the mortgage, after I paid the taxes, after I paid for renovations. This is the other room. So this condo is 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. excellent school district. Guys, remember this: location, location, location. One thing I went to real estate school, the teacher told me the very first day was location, location, location. Literally, this property is not listed anywhere. And I get phone calls and texts probably at least, I would say 5 times a month, of people who want to rent this property or buy it from me just because of the location. $60,000 left on the mortgage, worth about $150. Already made $40,000 on it. She passed away, I paid the mortgage. That's it. And then transfer, assume the mortgage, now everything is in my name. Guys, and this is the bathroom. I just started renovating the bathroom, so I'm about to rent it back out. Mortgage is still $610. Come on, somebody. And honestly, once I do renovations and stuff, because it was very outdated, right? I probably can get between $1,500 and $1,600 because of the area, guys. They built this area up crazy. I'm gonna keep this property. It's one of the ones I'm probably gonna keep for a while. And so, guys, when I talk to you, and this is, mind you, this is separate from the 5 property scenario I gave you yesterday. Come on, somebody, separate from the 5 property scenario I gave you yesterday. This is a condo that I now own, and it's only because I inherited it. Guys, when I was in Make Real Estate Real, I asked you guys, I said, how many of you have inherited something from somebody? And out of a whole room of, I don't know, a couple hundred people, do you know probably like 5 or 10 people raised their hand? Look, in the comments right now, tell me, has anybody left you an inheritance? Has anybody left you, an insurance policy, stocks, bonds, CDs, anything? Like I have been in rooms where there's 500 people, and I ask, have you ever gotten an inheritance? Has anybody left you a property? And usually, like 99% of the time, it's less than 5% of the room. We have to change that, guys. So when I tell you guys, leverage your credit to build wealth. Leverage your credit to build wealth. Stop using credit for vacations, Louis Vuitton, Chanel belts, and red bottoms and all that nonsense, and get yourself some properties. If you just get one, can you get one property? And mind you, legacy building means it's not about you. Come on, somebody. I'm grateful to my mom. In the beginning, was it hard? Yes, but I was able to. Listen, if you're paycheck to paycheck, guess what happens? You lose a house like this. It could be a blessing. That's why you need to have savings. You need to have multiple streams of income, because many of you guys, look, I'm about to say it. A lot of people have had an opportunity, come on, and could not take advantage of it because they were not in position. Get in position in advance. Because then when opportunities come to you, you can actually take advantage of it. If I was living paycheck to paycheck, would I have been able to save this house? Guys, I'm a credit consultant. You know how many times I've come across deals? I had a client who her aunt passed away. Her aunt had 8 properties, guys. 8 properties, and they wanted none of them. I said, you guys want none of them? This is how I get off-market deals. They said, no, we don't want the headache. Come on, somebody. Now, you mean to tell me that your aunts, your mother, your father, your great-grandparents spent their blood, sweat, and tears leaving a legacy for you, and then you don't want them because y'all don't want the headache of being a landlord? Guess what that is? That person has not been exposed. They don't understand net worth. They don't understand the value of owning something and what it can actually do for them. They could have even hired a property manager. Like, come on. And then by having this property, I get tax write-offs, right? So the interest on the mortgage, the months that, guys, listen to me, the months that I have not rented this property. So say I had a 12 month is in a year. Say 2 months out of the year, the property is not rented because I need to do renovations or whatever it is. I want you guys to see this area again. Guys, don't you know that those months that the property is not rented, you write off as a loss? Come on, somebody. I need you guys to stop doing TurboTax and get yourself a CPA, because he will find. That means when I'm making money on it, I'm making money on it. And when I'm not renting it out, I'm writing off that as a loss. So I'm still making money. So come on. Listen, I'm grateful to my mom. I didn't say my mom didn't leave me nothing and my mom didn't. I'm grateful. She did one thing. She did one thing. All she did in her entire life was buy this 1 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house. And when she passed away with no money, I paid all her bills, I paid the estate, and I saved this property. And now I've made $40,000 off of it, have $90,000 in equity, and that doesn't include the 5 property scenario I gave you guys yesterday. Guys, sometimes real estate is not always like, there's not one way to do this. But if you can just secure something, if you're really talking about legacy, stop saying legacy like it's like a fad, or like it's like, the trend right now. No, it's serious. Sometimes if you don't have children, this could be you want to retire your spouse, you want to retire your parents, your nephews, your nieces, your brothers and sisters, your godchildren. Guys, you see this area? And she put it in a good area. This house is worth 150 now. There's only 60,000 left on the mortgage. I can get a business line of credit and pay the whole mortgage off right now if I want to. Some of us got $60,000, $70,000 credit cards. Come on, somebody. One house. I need you to get this into your spirit. Stop thinking you're so far behind. If you have been exposed and you are working on personal credit and business credit and leverage, and you are going to these conferences and these workshops and these master classes, if you're even trying to build a legacy and make life different for the generations behind you, you're already so far ahead. I want you to keep going and stop thinking that just because you don't have a portfolio that's worth 5.6 million or however, you're not winning. If you can get one property and instill the value in the people you're going to leave it to, so they know what to actually do with it. I'm about to make this property 5 properties. That's going to be a whole nother scenario another day. If you can just instill the value of property, legacy, wealth building, all of those things into them, you will change their life. So start with, I'm going to get 1 property. Do all the work, get that done. Then you do what? Get 2 properties and then 3. Right? Stop being so overwhelmed with needing like 20 or 30. Can you get 1? And after you get the 1, can you get 2? One smart buy, guys. I'm grateful that she said, I want to own my house. She want to own and then this is the perfect place. I ain't gonna lie. This is the perfect place for like single women or like young couples because they shovel the grass. They shovel the snow. They cut the grass. Do you guys see this area? I've never shown you guys this property before. Worth 150, 60,000 left on the mortgage. Rent $1,400 a month, mortgage $610. Thank you, Mom. I'm grateful that you worked and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into buying 1 property because your daughter understands the value. Your daughter understands the value of legacy, of wealth building, of ownership. And that 90,000, that 40,000, I'm about to multiply that into millions. Thank you, Mom. You're 1 property. Jesus. Your 1 property has been a blessing. She didn't get a chance to see any of this, guys. I said on group coaching the other day, I said, we're grinding so hard. Everybody's stopping and waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is right now. The perfect time is right now because if you're doing all this work to leave legacy and then the people that you're doing it for don't even get a chance to see it, come on, somebody. The perfect time is right now. I need you to get into your spirit that you need to execute. The only way you will really learn is by doing the actual work. Do you see this? I get calls every single month. I could have sold this property at any time and made a bunch of money, but because I understand the value of ownership, I'm going to keep this property. I'm going to leave. This is one of the ones I'm going to leave to my boys. I wonder what it'll be worth by then. So listen, guys. I want to wrap this up by saying that do the right thing if you can just get 1 and then get 2 and then get 3. But while you're doing it, you must take the time. Don't learn all this knowledge and learn all these things and not share it with your sons and daughters and nieces and nephews, right? Because they need to understand the value. Because you could do all this work and grind. And this is why people who win the lottery go broke, because they just were given the money and don't understand how to manage it. Guys, usually making money is not a problem. What the problem is people don't know how to manage it, maintain it, or grow it. Come on, somebody. They don't know how to manage it, maintain it, or grow it. You're doing all this work. Take your children, your nieces, your nephews, your godchildren. Take them with you to these properties. Take them with you when you're doing everything. Hi. Take them with you when you're doing these deals. Walk them through these properties. You saw all the renovations and everything being done, and I still made a ton of money on it. Right? So instill the value. So that way when you leave them a property, amen, they're going to multiply and carry your name on. So guys, I just want to show you where I was at, what I was doing. I was coming here monitoring the renovations. This is separate from the property yesterday. And when you're wise and you're strategic, you can multiply this into millions. My mom just left me millions. They put it in the right person's hands. Amen? Have a good day, y'all.